Technology used to be a privilege, a luxury here in the Philippines. But with the advent of social media, technology has now become accessible and now we all can't live without it. But fortunately, members of the private sector are aiming to fill this gap through connectivity. Good evening, I'm Sean Yao and this is Business Matters, where doing good is good business.
Buksan natin ulit yun.
The Philippines, being an archipelago, has its advantages and disadvantages. We are blessed by abundant natural resources, but because bodies of water separate us, our connectivity suffers as well. This divide, however, can be addressed through the use of technology.
Technology is a very good tool to extend education for all, health for all, inclusive agriculture, and many other things na dati-dati hindi natin nagagawa.
Technology has linked us over the years, making our islands more connected and overcoming the divide. But what it hasn't done is close the gap. And for poorer provinces, it has highlighted or even widened this gap further. And for a province like Tawi-Tawi, the gap has never been wider.
Hindi naman kami talaga na gusto naming hahabulin talaga ang quality of learning sa Luzon. Kahit papaano nasa middle kami, at least kahit nasa middle kami, hahabol kami.
Although the country has a 96.3% literacy rate, Mindanao lags behind with ARMM having the lowest functional literacy and lowest school attendance.
Marami pa rin mga eskwelahan na walang kuryente, walang internet connection. By addressing yung mga hindi naabot ng kuryente, hindi naabot ng technology, we try to bring them in so that they will be participants in the global knowledge economy.
Technology has allowed richer provinces with more access and resources to pull away and leave the likes of Tawi-Tawi behind, which should never be the case. So as part of the company's Internet for All advocacy, their education program encourages the use of wireless and mobile technologies to enhance learning. Being the only two kindergarten teachers in Dadu Halun Laboratory School, Rosalyn Sansawi and Marilu Abdurrahman share the same sentiments when it comes to rearing the kids of Bongao.
Ang daming problema, especially sa mga books, sa mga bata, kasi medyo nasa malayo talaga kami, kaya hindi kami naaabot ng books.
Nahirapan sila especially sa yung pagsulat ng letters. So yun ang nila, frustration din sa mga bata. Kasi beginner pa sila eh.
The solution they found was to create a complete mobile digital laboratory that improves literacy learning in early childhood education using tablet technology and localized applications.
Yung Smart Technocart was designed para yung content na nakukuha natin sa mga syudad, yung mga karaniwang nakukuha natin by downloading, we make it available sa mga malalayong schools. Ito yung equivalent ng computer lab before.
With managed use, it can reach up to 15 classes with 375 students and still maintain a 1 tablet to 1 student ratio, or at most, 3 students to 1 tablet.
Ang unang computer at tawag.
Present in over 15 communities in the country, this project aims to prove that more than a form of communication, technology plays a big role in improving literacy, one classroom at a time.
Na-use nila yung fine motors nila na manipulate dito sa dulo ng mga kamay nila. So parang na-easy na lang sa kanila ang stroke ng pagsulat ng mga letters.
alam na nila yung alphabet from letter A to letter Z. Sabi nga ng mga parents sa akin, teacher, parang ayaw naman mag-absent nito kahit walang klase, gusto magpasok.
By supporting early childhood education through mobile technology, students across the country are given an equal chance to reach their full potential.
What are some of the biggest challenges that SMART has faced in trying to digitize the whole archipelago?
You're creating a digital ecosystem, and the more extensive that ecosystem, the richer it becomes.
Thank you po! Marunong na kami mag-ABC!
Ina-address nito yung mga schools na walang kuryente, yung mga nasa bundok, yung mga nasa mga isla, para magkaroon din sila ng access sa technology.
Education has been attributed to be an important factor for progress and nation building. However, due to the archipelagic setting of the country, there are still thousands of communities that have difficulty accessing this basic need. Barangay Tandang Hutyo in Tanay, Rizal is just one of the communities situated in the remote mountainous areas in the country. Because of its terrain, access to modern educational materials has been limited for Barangay Rawang Elementary School, as they have no access to electricity and, of course, connectivity. According to the Department of Education, there are still over 3,000 public schools in the country that don't have access to electricity. Even with existing deterrents, public school teacher Jeanette Luterio has remained steadfast to her commitment of being an educator to children who are situated in far-flung areas. Even if she has to traverse rocky terrain for almost an hour.
Nakaka-apekto sa pag-aaral ng mga bata kasi nga malayo, iba't iba yung pinanggagalingan nila. Pagdating nila dito, pagod na. Kaya pag magtuturo, parang wala na silang naiintindihan.
Rawang Elementary School has over 160 students but only has 4 active teachers. There are no shifts between Jeanette and her colleagues. And with a lack of up-to-date books and modern facilities, even with her enduring commitment, fatigue and frustration sometimes gets the better of Jeanette.
Last 5 minutes po, ha? Finish or not finish?
Parang walang kwenta kang guro. Parang walang kwenta po yung pagpasok mo araw-araw, yung pagtuturo mo, yung pagsasalita mo, mamaos ka ng pagtuturo, pero wala pa rin silang natututunan.
Seeing this prevalent problem in the education system, especially in remote communities, the country's biggest telecommunications company had to step in to help address this societal problem by bringing technology and connectivity even to the most remote areas through their technological initiative, School in a Bag.
Medyo mabigat po siya at saka medyo malayo po yung aming nilalakad. Pero baliwala po iyon kasi ito po ay nagsisilbing motivation sa amin at sa mga bata para makapagturo kami ng maayos.
Ina-address nito yung mga schools na walang kuryente, yung mga nasa bundok, yung mga nasa mga isla, para magkaroon din sila ng access sa technology. So, meron diyang television, meron siyang solar panel, meron siyang tablets, meron siyang isang tablet per teacher. If the schools cannot get access sa kuryente at saka sa technology, we try to bring the technology to them.
Through School in a Bag, the telecommunications company aims to empower not only the students, but even the educators to use the educational equipment to further enhance the teaching process. This year, the telco company plans to launch 9 more schools in a bag to more remote communities in the country. This project serves as just one of the telco company's advocacies and commitment of providing technology and development for all, especially to those who are in the base of the pyramid.
What is your role in social development? Or do you believe that telcos play a role in social development?
Well, basically, telecommunications companies, the basic role is to connect people. There's got to be adoption. People have got to the same kind of application can be used to gather health information, can be used to gather social information, what's happening in communities. We're not using it enough. And I think that's where the upside really is. Even you don't need rocket science. A lot of these applications are relatively simple, but we just need to inject them into the flow of life, in the way people work and the way people live, and it can really impact on people's lives.
Sulit po na kahit buhati namin siya araw-araw, papunta dito sa school, ano po yun, kumbaga ay nawawala po ang pagod namin kapag nakikita namin yung mga batang natututo.
So what is the future that we look forward to? And what is the future that we see? We see a future that these children, these kids, will be participants in the global knowledge economy. Na kahit nandito sila sa kabundukan, makakapag-participate pa rin sila. And that is the inclusive growth that we want to see.
So what we do is we look for partners who have innovative ideas and programs, and then we see how technologies like digital technologies, communication technologies, can help soup up, increase the impact of the innovative programs that they're doing. These technologies, communications technologies, are basically enablers.
As a fifth-class municipality like Samboan, Cebu, there's already a huge disparity from other first-class municipalities of the province in terms of social services such as healthcare.
There's actually a lot to do inside a municipal health office. You're just a clinician 30% of the time.
Modern health facilities are mostly just found in provincial hospitals and other clinics in the city center. But for rural health stations, they lack not only medical equipment, but also basic operational tools such as computers and internet connectivity. As a result, they often settle for manual filing systems of patient records. Records are a vital part in the referral systems.
Since time immemorial, talking about info system, our database in the health sector has not really been uniform or very efficiently collected.
9 years ago, Cipriano Dingal got an unwelcome surprise. He was diagnosed with diabetes, one of the leading causes of mortality in the Philippines.
Talagang maluba yun dahil masyadong mahirap kumilos, parang napapagod na ako ng husto.
But the problems didn't stop there. To get to the health center, Cipriano has to walk 10 minutes from his house to the highway and then wait for a bus or a tricycle to take him to the center.
A routine that is taxing for someone his age and medical condition. One thing often overlooked is the crucial role that an organized and centralized information system plays in truly making public healthcare work.
That's why in 2011, as part of its corporate social responsibility, the telecommunications company launched SHINE, or Secured Health Information Network Exchange Project.
The SHINE platform that we developed addresses the need to extend health services to the far-flung areas. But with the system, you can easily refer the pasyente diretso dun sa ospital na kung saan talaga ma-address yung kanyang pangangailangan.
The great help of Shine is through the referral. There's a direct communication from the rural to us. Second is the recording.
Shine OS Plus is a product of a public-private partnership with the Ateneo de Manila University and is designed to address the different issues of different players in the public healthcare ecosystem.
Number one is recording patient history. Number two would be recalling, meaning reminding yung mga pasyente kung kailan sila kailangang bumalik na sa kanilang mga consultations. And number three, yung reporting. Meaning, i-report mo kung ano ang kalagayan, health-wise, for management purposes, ng iyong community.
The software will allow me to see at a glance what the daily census is. I know what the problem is, so in decision making, it makes it easier.
Shine OS has also been recognized into the PhilHealth program, the government's healthcare coverage provider.
As of the latest data, PhilHealth covers up to 93 million Filipinos, almost half of which are categorized as indigents, including Cipriano. They are the people that PhilHealth needs to find, which has since been easier because of Shine.
At times, our poor sometimes goes through life na hindi man sila pinupuntahan o nabibisita ng mga doktor. No? So what we have done or what we are doing is that we are trying to identify itong mga indigents where they are. Then we assign them to respective rural health units. Then we profile their cases.
Unang-una, kinakailangan talagang ma-propagate na pwede tayong maging miyembro lahat ng PhilHealth. Hindi alam ng maraming kababayan natin na madali lang maging miyembro ng PhilHealth. So, doon pa lang kinakailangan mo ng automation.
Shine endeavors not only to improve a system, but also to change a culture.
How do you think SMART can help achieve the sustainable development goals here in the Philippines? Especially, we still have a lot of tick marks to check off in our...
So what we do is we look for partners who have innovative ideas and programs, and then we see how technologies like digital technologies, communication technologies, can help soup up and increase the impact of the innovative programs that they're doing. So that's how we're approaching it, Sean. Because these technologies, communications technologies, are basically enablers.
I think this is one way of giving back to society. And kami naman, ang PhilHealth naman, is trying to offer the service that they actually need or require. And with the two of us, with providers like SMART and PhilHealth, I think we can do wonders for our members.
Cipriano is feeling better these days and has a restored trust for healthcare in his community.
Kampante na ron mga pasyente dito. Hindi ka talaga bibiguin.
And there's nothing that's better for health than a mind at ease and a heart at peace.
Pag mag-asawa kayo ng may karamdaman, hindi ka mo bigay kasi yun ang mo hanggang forever man.
Most important communication system that we use is the Smart Info Board. In few seconds, we can transmit the weather information, the weather bulletin, Mayon Volcano Bulletin, and providing them with information on what to do.
Ito po yung Batingaw application na ginagamit po ng aming office. Kasummarize na po dito yung anong gagawin before, during, and after the emergency situation.
Disaster is not new to the people of Albay. They've long recognized that the beauty and richness of their province is both a blessing and a curse.
We are a typhoon belt zone. 100% is threatened by wind. About 30% is threatened by tsunami. And we have about 10% at least threatened by landslide, and more than 200% threatened by flood.
Add to that the imminent threat of eruption from the perfect cone-shaped Mount Mayon, which is aggravated during typhoon season. In 2006, just after Mount Mayon erupted, Typhoon Riming hit the province, causing heavy floods and lahar flow, killing more than 1,000 people. In Barangay Tumpa, a 7-kilometer permanent danger zone, residents vividly recall the hardships they had to endure.
Ito po yung mapa ng Tumpa. Yan, pagpasok mo dito po, alos dito, pagpasok mo pa lang may papunta ng baha. Yan po, kung baka sa ano, wala kaming madadaanan. Wala yung Barangay Tumpa ng exit road.
Not all Bicolanos had mobile phones in Barangay Tumpa, and updates on the weather was hard to come by.
Dati, yung pag sinabing bagyo, saka ka na lang mag-ano. Yung mas mahirap yun kasi nagkakram yung mga tao, hindi nila alam kung saan pupunta.
In the country, if you are going to ask people if they are ready to face the calamity, they will always say yes. Because their answer is, we are on standby for relief and rescue. In Albay, we work on evacuation, not on rescue. People are already safe in safer place before the impact happens.
APSEMO is aware that real-time warning and evacuation procedures will not be efficient without a superior communications plan. A partnership was built to pilot a short message service or SMS dissemination system linking national agencies to local disaster officials down to barangay and communities.
First important component in our communication is the local broadcast media. And then the second most important communication system that we use is the Smart Info Board. In few seconds, we can transmit the weather information, the weather bulletin, Mayon Volcano Bulletin, and the advisories issued by our office and providing them with information on what to do can be reached by our advisories and bulletin issued through InfoBoard in few seconds, all at the same time.
At present, the InfoBoard system is being upgraded as InfoCast.
But disaster preparedness does not just mean knowing when to evacuate. Real disaster preparedness is organizing the community to be 10 steps ahead.
Ito po yung Batingaw application na ginagamit po ng aming office. Then, nai-share din po namin ito sa mga barangays. Then, during our trainings, ito din ang ginagamit namin ng mga information na nandito na, kasummarize na po dito yung anong gagawin before, during, and after the emergency situation.
From having to evacuate just as calamities start, communities such as Barangay Tumpa now have the capacity to prepare long before it actually happens.
Susad to kaya, siyempre di man mo radyo, andal kami na ipalan bagyo na abot, di kami nakaise. Tapos, nga na, maray na sikap na pipaisyan kami na usiring sading, may abot na bagyo, preparar kamot na mag-alin kita.
The project not only instilled, but also strengthened the culture of preparedness within the organization. Employees have embraced preparedness in their everyday lives amid the increasing threat of disasters.
It's part of the the humanitarian assistance process. One of the first things that a community disrupted by disaster needs is the restoration of communication services. So it's in the very nature of our business, Sean. So because of that, we're almost inevitably drawn into these kinds of projects. The ability of telecommunications to contribute to development, to make an impact on people's lives, is just grown exponentially. We're trying to do at SMART is to create as many, proof of concepts. Oh, you can do this, you can do that. And hopefully more and more companies, government agencies, and other organizations will see the value and take advantage.
For updates, comments, or any suggestions, please follow us on Facebook, that's Business Matters PH, or check out our website at www.businessmatters.com.ph. Again, I'm Sean Yao, and this has been Business Matters. We're doing good is good business.